So I have just completed my first swim session for this season, although to call it a training session is perhaps me overselling a little bit. Uh, Everything's on the go slow at present, courtesy of a badly torn hamstring and dealing with these wonderful blood clots I picked up in both lungs following surgery last year. But this is not a video about my various ailments. This is a video about discipline. Because people often remark to me that they wish that they had my level of discipline. You're actually talking to someone who will have a Kit Kat for breakfast. So I'm perhaps not the exemplar of a truly monastic lifestyle. What I do have is routine and an understanding of what is important and what is necessary to get things done. And one of the things that surprises me when people talk about someone else having discipline, by implication they're implying they don't have any, that they're somehow lacking in that as a skill set of some sort. But my view is that to take no action is an action. Everybody who decides not to do something has to build a justification for doing that. They have to build a set of arguments to support that opinion. And it doesn't matter whether those arguments are conscious or subconscious, you're still having to build those arguments. Let me take the notion of health and fitness. An example I'm prone to use simply because it's easy and transferable. We all know that health and fitness, exercise, has a vast range of benefits that move beyond the physical. Yes, there are benefits for your cardiovascular health, benefits for your bone health, your general well-being, your immune function and the like. That's well understood. It's also now well understood that exercise is extremely good for mental health. It plays a very, very, very important role in the notion of what we would term someone being balanced. It gives people an outlet and sense of achievement for something they have done. Now let's assume that all those arguments are given as true, and they are. When people say they don't have the discipline to exercise, what they're doing is assembling a series of counter-arguments to every one of those points that they believe. So they're expending energy trying to build a case as to why they shouldn't. Now granted, the lies we tell ourselves are the most effective and the most efficient. They're the most effective and most efficient because we know ourselves so well. So we're quite able to assemble an argument that says, yes, we have to stay in bed for another half hour. Yes, we have to eat not just one Tim Tam, but the entire box. So let's shift that focus and put the focus on trading. Because trading is a business that requires discipline. It requires you to hit certain metrics and marks to undertake certain behaviours to be successful. So when someone says to me they lack the discipline to follow a trading routine, what they're saying to me in effect is, I understand that is important. I know that is a thing, but I have assembled these arguments to refute that. Now, I may not know I've assembled those arguments, but I have. And what's more important is that when you assemble those arguments, you're actually burning energy. You are applying a form of discipline. You've just flipped it around and you're now aiming the lens of discipline towards the arguments you want to accept that fit your current belief system, your current state of mind, your current state of well-being, or the fact that you're just a lazy bastard. And so it's important to note that when you choose not to do something, you are actually utilizing a form of discipline. It's not the same as the discipline that says, yes, get up, go to the pool, go for a walk, do something, do anything. And it's not the same form of discipline that says, yes, you've got a signal today, the signal says go, go. And you generate a whole range of arguments as to why you shouldn't. But it is still a form of discipline. it is still something that takes effort. And so this raises the question, and this is the point I want to finish on. Do you wish to expend that effort doing nothing and preserving the status quo? Because after all, most people are where they are because that's where they want to be. Or do you want to expend that effort actually changing yourself, the world around you? Tomorrow, do you want to be a slightly better version of the you today? Do you want your approach as a trader to be a slightly better version than today? And they don't have to be massive changes. They just have to be incremental. But you have to shift that lens of discipline and those arguments you make to point in a different direction so that you can see that every time you decide not to do something, you have actually taken an action. So you've actually given your sense of inertia power. And wouldn't it be better if that you used that energy to actually move yourself forward in some way, shape or form?